tired of this view any soon. It's just so peaceful. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back to another episode in the Universal Halloween Horror Nights 2025 press trip that I am on. Again, I just want to say, full transparency, I am being hosted on this trip kindly by the Universal UK Destinations PR team. And we are out in LA. We are actually in Hollywood. And we are here for the opening of Halloween Horror Nights 2025, which is insane. If you watched my previous episode where we got to go on a VIP tour of Universal Studios Hollywood, you will see how amazing this park is. It has such a different charm about it than Orlando has, in a good way. It's just has a different vibe. I don't know what it is exactly. As I said in my previous episode, I don't know if it's like the scale of buildings or the landscape, the way it's all positioned and laid out, but Hollywood has its very own unique charm, and I'm falling in love with it the more that I am here. But on today's agenda, we are going and exploring LA. So, coming up in this episode, we are starting off the day with a trek up to the obviously the iconic Hollywood sign, which I am super excited about. Slightly worried about the heat. It is exceptionally warm in LA at the moment. And I don't want to complain about it, but walking up a steep hill to the Hollywood sign in the heat, I'm not sure how it's going to go, but the views from the top are going to be insane. I can already tell that it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be so worth it. Also, like you would have heard me say in previous episodes, like vlogs, if you're a regular on this channel. If not, please subscribe and become a regular. You will know that I love going for a walk, so I am just going to take it slow and steady. Walking's just good for the soul, I think, and also I'm here with like some of the best people, so I think it'll be great, and I think the sights are going to be insane. Anyway, stop yappering on, Scott. We're starting a day with the trek. We are then going for lunch at Bar Lis, which is a rooftop bar, and then we are going to a tour of the Hollywood Museum, which I'm so excited for. So let me just quickly check the itinerary, and it says as a little intro. Oh, sorry, that was very close. This quirky museum is home to 10,000 authentic showbiz treasures, props, and costumes from silent movies, talkies, Hollywood's golden era, film noir, feature films, and more. Don't miss the Dungeon of Doom. Oh God. In the basement, where you can walk through the set of Hannibal Lecter's jail cell from Silence of the Lambs and see costumes and props from some of Hollywood's most terrifying movies. Okay, I am so here for this. So if you haven't got the gist, and as I said, it's just for Halloween Horror Nights, and we are doing spooky stuff just to go with the celebration of Horror Nights. So we are doing that tour, and then we're going back to the hotel, and then we are getting refreshed to then head out to dinner at Shirley Brasserie, which is basically a restaurant set in the Roosevelt hotel, which I have done research on. They have a suite that is called the Marilyn Suite. It is where Marilyn Monroe stayed for 2 years when she first came to Hollywood, basically. She lived in the Roosevelt Hotel Roosevelt for 2 years, and they named the suite after her. And if you know me, I'm a massive Marilyn fan. There is a mirror that is said to be haunted by her. So if I can get a snap of that, a snap of her in it, would be even better. But I'm so excited for that. It's going to be lovely. And then, to carry on the spookiness of it all, we are then going on a Hollywood ghost tour at night. So let me just read what the itinerary says about that, okay? Why do you keep getting so close? Like, hello? Okay, so let me read what the itinerary says. So it says, join LA Ghosts, which is the company that runs the tour, on a thrilling ghost tour of the haunted landmarks in the home of Hollywood film industry. Uncover the sinister secrets behind the glitz and the glamour and hear the tragic tales of those who chased their dreams and awoke to nightmares. Ooh. From famous ghosts to tales of jilted lovers, the real Hollywood is a mix of heartbreak and history. My God, I haven't been on it yet, but I'm just going to tell you now. If you're coming to LA, book it. Like, I am so here for a ghost tour. I am so ready for this. So yeah, we are going to head down for breakfast in a minute, and then we are going to get going on the tour. Breakfast yesterday, I had a ham and cheese omelette, which was so cheesy, but so amazing. Also, I love American potatoes. They grate their potato and just like basically bake it or grill it, like fry it. And there's just something about it that just tastes so good. But Ali, who is a great friend of mine, is on the trip, and she had yesterday, that made so sense. Yesterday, she had a breakfast burrito, and it had like scrambled egg, bacon, sausages, hash browns in the wrap, and it literally, no word of a lie, it was like this big, and it was cut in half. It was huge, like it was so wide. And then you had breakfast potatoes on the side. So I think I might get that because, you know, I'm going to blame it on the fact that I need fuel and carbs for the hike, because why not? So yeah, let's get the day going, get my bag packed, and then head down for breakfast.
Totally. It's not a stupid question at all. So to go for the history of the sign, the sign starts in 1923, so it's not that old, or for you guys at least. I know in the UK history is like 1720. Exactly. Yeah. You guys have bars that are older than like the oldest house in America. How many is older in America? The sign did go up in 1923, but these hills obviously have been around for a very, very long time. Yeah. And when this park, well, it was not a park yet, but the first land grant of this went to Don Antonio Feliz, and he basically, in no uncertain terms, stole the land from the Native Americans that were living here. And as the story goes, they put a curse on this land. So that was the beginning of the like hauntings of this park. The curse was to say that you couldn't really grow anything here, that it would be, you know, cursed land. You just wouldn't be able to profit off of it. But anyway, in the 20s, they decided to put up this sign, the Hollywood sign. And do you guys know what it used to say?
Hollywood land?
Yes, good job. So the Hollywood land. Oh, cool. So the Hollywood land estates is basically what you're looking at below you. Some of these homes belong to the original development in the 1920s. And it really was a billboard to sell the real estate at the bottom of this hill.
Oh.
It was only supposed to be up there for about 18 months. Not a very long time at all. And here we are, 102 years later. So, you know, they put it up. It was made out of sheet metal and wood, not great materials. It was only up there for about 10 years before it started to deteriorate. And then the city at the time was like, all right, you know, we'll put some money into it. But in order to do so, what they decided to do was take out the land. So they took down the last 4 letters to promote Hollywood as opposed to promoting the housing development. Now, we have a Hollywood sign that's just kind of like, you know, refurbished a little bit. They took out the light bulbs that were up there. When it first went up, it used to flash holly, then wood, then land, which is pretty cool, yeah. You would think that would still happen, but it does not. The reason being, nobody really wants to pay the utilities. But truly, like Burbank and LA, because Burbank's on the other side of this mountain, are like, well, who's responsible? So, back when the sign went up originally, they fixed the sign for the first time, but they did not change any of the materials originally. So again, in the 1970s, we have a sign that is in very bad shape. So in the 70s, a very, very famous guy, who I think you guys will all know, sees that they're going to tear down the sign because the city didn't want to put more money into it. And he says, no. That sign means something to Hollywood and it means something to LA. Does anybody have a guess as to which, let's call him a publisher, it was that did this? He only died a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago? Come on, Hugh Hefner. All right, good job.
Of course she knows.
Hugh Hefner, Playboy. So, you know, back in the 70s, he was living a fairly lavish lifestyle as the publisher of Playboy.
Yeah,
And
it's a little lavish.
he didn't want to see this sign get torn down off the hill. So what he did is he threw a gala at his house. He invited a bunch of famous people, and they all donated enough money to basically put up the sign that we see today. It's made out of now steel, so we have less problems with fire. It's not going to fall off the mountain. If you look up photos of it in like the 1970s, there's letters missing, there's graffiti all over it, so it looks much better today. Yeah, you might actually. The doors.
Oh, yes.
The doors. Who was Steven Tyler.
Closest house to the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, so, yeah. It is for sale. I'm assuming if someone buys it, somebody will.
Going to lunch now. Amazing, thank you.
Every time he says your name, he's probably going to oh, fuck out.
Well, how formal does mine sound if you call me up?
It used to be the Max Factor building. So makeup for the movies and glamour was really invented probably in this building or in the early 20s. Wow. The museum was created by Danelle Dadigan, and it was her vision to give something back to Hollywood. We didn't have a museum. So she has purchased this building from Procter & Gamble, and we have created this museum. We opened in 2003, and it is the official museum of Hollywood. How many of you heard of Max Factor? Yes. Okay, good. Yes. A long time ago, but he was a very important person in Hollywood's history. So in this building, he created his cosmetic empire. He was a very smart man. Not only did he invent makeup for the movies, he would go on to reinvent that 4 times. I'll tell you about that in a little while. But he was also a genius at marketing. He created 4 famous makeup rooms that you're going to walk through. There's a blonde's room, a redhead's room, a brunette's room, and a brunette's room. So that was very special to these actresses and the actors, because this was a marketing tool, and it was very successful. All of the movie stars, really from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, most of them probably got their looks that we know them in the movies in this building. Most of the makeup artists in all the studios probably got their training in this building with Max Factor and his team. So there's a lot of movie history in this building. We always say if the walls could talk, everybody has been in here. Everybody has been talking with a makeup artist to create their looks, talking about the movies, whether it's a premiere or their career, and their look for their film career. Around us, there's a lot of things. So all these rooms, all these shelves and the showcases would have held the cosmetics. It was a very upscale, it was a very classy place to come, to Max Factor, the salon. The stars would come here. People like Marilyn Monroe would wander in. The staff was told that they could not address them as a movie star, but address them as Miss Monroe, how can we help you? That kind of language. So it's all kind of fun to think about it. You can imagine these stars coming here. Around us, again, we have some things from Joan Crawford. We have an Oscar on display. We have a pair of the ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. We have Lucille Ball's Emmys from her TV series, to name just a few. So let's look around at the rooms. For example, the Redhead's room. Ginger Rogers cut the ribbon opening night, which would have been around 1935. It was a big deal that day. And this room is unveiled, so go ahead and step in here. Just a name has been put on the door. It's the Redhead's room. Again, this was about marketing. So Ginger Rogers, Rita Hayworth, of course Lucille Ball was a client of Max Factor.
I'm geeking out so much.
Over 30 years. The colors in these rooms have been designated on purpose by Max Factor. It was called Color Harmony. So this green color that you're looking at in the redhead's room is a very flattering color for redheads, or a person that has this kind of complexion.
Green 6.
So it was all about your hair, your skin, your eyes, and what is the colors that best enhance your look. So the redhead's room. Yes. So there are some things from Lucille Ball, some things from Ruby Hayworth. Lucy Arnaz, Lucy's daughter, talks about coming in this room with her mother, sitting in the corner and just watching Hal King, this makeup artist right here, who worked with Lucy for over 30 years here in this building. Let's continue on to the other rooms. There are 4, as I mentioned. You didn't always see his name in the credits because the makeup artist here. The brunette's room. Come into the brunette's room. The actors. Oh, there's Colbert. Mounted campaign, capable of rebuilding yourself. And so now it exists in Hollywood, just like it was. And the sign was all tan like this, so all these pieces were nailed or attached to this wood structure. This particular piece is part of the H. Also from the H is where the actors peg and twist. This way was actually a stable or a horse barn. And it's considered the first movie studio. Cecil B. DeMille rented this and created film Squaw Man, 1913. And it's important because it was a first feature film, one of the first feature films. Everything else had been just little shorts, 3-minute shorts, 5-minute shorts. But this was a feature film. And filmed in this building, there's no electricity, it was all natural light. It was a big hit in its day. It grossed over $300,000 in 1914, which was huge. It was a big success. The stars in the restaurants, famous restaurants, most are gone. There are remnants of some of these buildings that still exist. We're jumping ahead a few years. Her name, Alexa. Pearl Harbor.
Along with Jurassic Park, The Hunger Games is one of my favorite movie animated series of all time. And they've got some of the original costumes in this museum, which is so crazy.
We have Sigourney Weaver's costume, Alien Resurrection.
Oh my god,
Bruce Willis.
it's tiny.
Rocky, 1976. Yes.
I'm gonna love this film.
Sylvester Stallone.
Hostage.
We have his training gloves that he signed for us for the museum in one of the rooms.
Oh, like a
Disney. So we're going to come back through this area, but I want to take you on our famous elevator. We're going to continue upstairs. Make your way inside.
No. Oh my god, that's creepy. That's so creepy.
So
Oh,
Jodie
it's so
Foster and of course
realistic.
Anthony Hopkins, the main stars from this movie. And this is the cell that Anthony Hopkins, Hannibal Lecter, was incarcerated in. This is
So
the
realistic.
chair that
That's so realistic.
Clarice, or Jodie, sat in when she confronted him. You can see the image here on this wall. Step over here. It's kind of an important image of what actually transpired with this movie. With lighting and shadows and colors. Halloween 4. Costumes. The doors were actually from Jane Mansfield's schoolhouse. So we use a lot of other architectural details.
Van Helsing. I love this film so much. Yeah.
Sarah Karloff. She is Boris Karloff's daughter. The television series True Blood. Wednesday. Chanel is casting. Carabina. Great job.
Just checking in. The show, the
Isn't he tall?
Yeah, really tall.
It makes him a bit worse actually to know that he's really tall. 1984.
Hi, so I am back in my room. What a day it's been. I feel like we've done so much. I'm sorry if the footage has been a bit chaotic today, guys. I don't know what it is. It has been so warm. That it's actually just been hard to just vlog, to be honest. Just because we've been going at a pace as well, so it's hard to just quickly keep like whipping the camera out. And at the end of the day, I only really want to film stuff that I will think you guys will find interesting. But anyway, so the hikes and bikes. Let me start again. The bikes and hikes tour trek we did up the Hollywood Hills was amazing. Like, if I lived here, I would be walking up that every day, because again, like I said this morning, I am such a fan of a walk, and it was just really nice. It was, don't get me wrong, it was boiling hot. Like, it was so warm in the sun, but it was fine. Like, it was actually really nice. You get amazing views of the hills and the like downtown, all that kind of stuff, and obviously the sign, like, hello. But it also, like, our tour guide Liz was incredible. Like, her knowledge was amazing. Like, she said how Hugh Hefner, I probably have said it earlier, might not have, who knows. Hugh Hefner was the one that actually originally saved the sign in the 70s, I think it was. So before it was used as, like, to advertise basically the space, the ground, it was gonna be like a real estate. So basically they were using a Hollywood land sign to advertise that space and to build homes on it, and basically it was just a big advertisement. And then they eventually, the land left the sign, so now it just says Hollywood. And then Hugh saved it. They had a big gala, and they basically protected it, and they raised loads of money. Apologies that the information is very limited, guys. It's been a really long day. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. And like, even like when the tour guide was just telling us all about like how like a certain part of it is known like for people to dump like bodies, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, interesting. And also, it's like parts of it is known for like paranormal activity, and like I had no idea about that. So she actually had an EMF machine, I think it is, energy magnetic field or something like that. That is like the little machine that picks up magnetic fields, which is what is linked to some sort of spiritual energy. So we had one of those out as we was going down, and like in random spots it started to flicker, and we were like what's around? Like, is it something that's like a phone or something that actually has like an electric magnetic field? But there was like nothing there at certain points, and we were like, this is creepy. This is really creepy. But like, who would have thought that? I wouldn't have. I didn't until we were literally told. But yeah, had amazing pictures by the sign. It's just really surreal to see it in real life as well, like, because you always see the pictures and stuff and you're like, oh, that's cool. But to actually then be there, it was wild. Like, we obviously couldn't go like right up to it because it's protected, and it has been known for suicides and things like that, one being a very famous actress. And it's just, yeah, like, it was just really surreal just seeing it. But it was amazing. And then from there we went for lunch at a rooftop bar restaurant, which was really nice. You would have seen in the clips, we had some starters on the table, appetizers, and then I wasn't that hungry, so I decided to go for the buffalo chicken wings and a portion of fries, because it's me. Buffalo, anything buffalo, I'm there, which was really delicious. And then we went to the Hollywood Museum. Now, guys, when I tell you I was geeking out, I was geeking out. You would have seen from before this, like, some facts and stuff, but like the fact that it was the Max Factor building, and it's where all these Hollywood like stars would go to get makeovers and to get ready for films and get like tests and get all this stuff. It was insane. Like the fact that like there was rooms for each of the different coloured hair. So there was like a brunette room, there was a strawberry blonde room, there was a blonde room, and it had like 2 outfits of Marilyn's. And again, massive fan of Marilyn. So to see that stuff and like to see like her makeup chair, like honestly, I got a bit emotional and I had to really try and hide it in front of everyone. And then went into the brunette room, and lo and behold, they only basically dedicated the room to Judy Garland, and they had an outfit of hers there, and like her makeup, all this kind of stuff, and I was like, this is actually insane. Like, this is amazing that they have all this, and they've preserved it and they've archived it the way they have. But also, like I was saying to someone on the tour we had one of the really high up people that work there show us around, and I literally was like, you can feel the history in these walls. Like, basically, it was a big Max Factor place, and then they've turned it into the museum. So then you would have seen there was all various different floors. Like, one was like the wig factory that has now also all costumes and stuff on it, and there's like a special lift that they use to transport like vehicles in and out of the museum, because I believe every 2 to 3 months or 2 to 6 months they rotate the exhibitions that they have on there and the costumes they have on show and things like that, so that it's constantly fresh, and they keep everything in a massive building full of all the archive stuff, like costumes, makeup, wigs, prosthetics, props, all sorts of stuff. Like, you would have seen the Harry Potter wands, all that kind of stuff. It was a lot to take in, but if you love that kind of stuff, you love like old Hollywood, go. It is amazing. Like, they had stuff from like 1910 and like the 1920s, like the golden age of Hollywood. And to see it in person was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I didn't really sleep well that night, but I've got a coffee. Gonna have a shower because we are going for dinner tonight at the Shirley's Brasserie, I think it's called, in the Roosevelt Hotel, which I'm so excited about. Like, it's such an iconic piece of Hollywood history. Like, it's the landmark, the hotel. It's going to be amazing. I really want to try and see if we can sneak just to even get a picture of the Marilyn Suite plaque that's on the wall outside the room. I really want to do that. So me and Ali, who I'm with on the trip, have said that we might try and sneak off and go and see if we can get that picture. And obviously her mirror as well. And then after dinner we have the ghost tour. Oh my god. So yeah, very, very excited. So today has been hosted very kindly by Destination LA, and the Bikes and Hikes LA tour group for this morning. But yeah, Discover LA have been, not Destination LA. Did I say Destination LA? I meant Discover LA. I don't know why I said Destination. Destination, that's so weird. Discover LA, yeah, have put an amazing day together for us today, and there is another thing planned for the next episode, which I would say later on as I close and wrap this vlog up. But for now, I'm going to stop yapping because I've been really loving to yap. I feel like it's been ages since I vlogged that I almost feel like I forgot how to do it. Is that weird? I don't know. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, sorry if it's been a bit chaotic, but I'm going to shower, I'm going to get ready for dinner, and I will see you guys very, very shortly. Oh, there's Marilyn's mirror. It's there. That's Marilyn's mirror. So that's the one she's meant to like appear in haunt.
Very old Hollywood glam.
Hi guys, so back in my room, I've de-makeuped, I'm in my pyjamas. Tonight was interesting. I couldn't get as much footage as I wanted to, so basically, start from the beginning. Went out for dinner into the Shirley Brasserie, which is located inside the Roosevelt Hotel on the ground floor, and honestly, amazing. So we had a family style menu, and we had things like, what did we have? Starters, there was like bread, Caesar salad, oh, and a massive charcuterie board, which was amazing. I couldn't film everything because it was quite an intimate setting, and I didn't want to be prodding and shoving my camera in everyone's faces. And where it was family style, it was hard to get the overview. Oh, I think I'm losing my voice already. It's not even been to Halloween Horror Nights yet. And yeah, so it was hard to get like footage of everything. So then we did that, and then what was it? Mains. What do we have at mains? Oh my god. So there was, again, family style. So much food. There was steak, which was, oh my god, amazing. Literally melted in your mouth. Steak, there was like carbonara, there was fish, there was these amazing like chili, mustard, green beans, mashed potato, which was so creamy. What else was there? Fries. I feel like there's more, but I'm missing it. And then dessert was like an espresso chocolate mousse, a peach tart, and like a vanilla rice pudding type thing. But it was all amazing. I would suggest definitely going there. It is on the pricier side, obviously because of where it's located. But if you want a nice fancy meal, would 100% recommend that. It was so nice. Staff are so accommodating and really friendly, very professional as well. So it does feel like you're getting that premium service experience. We didn't get much time in the Roosevelt because we were running quite late for the ghost tour. Well, not running late, we were behind schedule. So we had to quickly get up and run to the ghost tour. So we didn't really get much to see in the hotel, but hopefully I got some clips. Can't remember what I got. It was all a bit of a blur. Hopefully I got some clips so you could see inside, but it's very like Disney's Terror of Tower inspired, as in I think that inspired the ride. But yeah, it looked like such a nice hotel. However, one of the American PRs who works for Universal Orlando had joined us out here for dinner last night, because she's out here for horror nights and stuff, and so she came for dinner, and she was sitting next to me, and she was staying at the Roosevelt Hotel, and the Roosevelt Hotel is very known to be haunted, and she said that she definitely heard stuff in the night, which I was like so interested in, but then I thought, like, if that was me in a hotel room on my own all night, I don't know what I would do. So she's very brave. But she had like a random like small picture of like, I think it was Judy Garland above her bed, which iconic. I would love that. But I was like, it's just a bit creepy. And then we got to see a glimpse of Marilyn's mirror. Didn't get to get a picture, which I'm absolutely gutted about. But it is huge in real life. It is massive, the mirror. But yeah, sadly we didn't get to really explore. I didn't get to see her suite or anything because we ran out of time at dinner, because we had the ghost tour booked at 9 p.m. So we had to quickly walk down Hollywood Boulevard to meet our tour guide. Now, the tour guide, the company that put on the tour is a local company. I'm just checking their name quickly. So it is LA Ghosts Terrors of Tinseltown Tour, and it was interesting. Now, I do believe in the supernatural. I believe there is something else. I like to believe that when people pass away, they don't just go. I think it's just maybe something I just want to believe. Again, you don't have to. But we met the lovely Angie, I believe her name was. I think it was Angie. If not, I'm so sorry for getting that name wrong. And we, where did we meet? We met outside a theatre. And she gave us like an intro and stuff. And we weren't allowed to, annoyingly, weren't allowed to film any of the tales or anything. So I didn't actually film that much because the tour that we did. So we started on Hollywood Boulevard. So we went to like the Chinese Theatre, went to the Roosevelt Hotel, went to this amazing like VIP magicians like restaurant. I cannot remember what it's called. It's really irritating. We also went to this place called the VIP Hotel, the very first like bank of LA building. It was a huge building. We went to like this Hollywood high school where it was rooms like Judy Garland, Ghost Sometimes Roam, because it was where she went to school while she was filming Wizard of Oz, which again, absolutely love to hear. But yeah, it was really interesting. It was nice to do. It was something to do. I would only suggest doing it if you're into that, because I think if you're not, you won't enjoy it as much, because the stories that are told and the tales that are explained and stuff, it's a lot. Even for me, it's a lot. But it was really nice to do. It was nice to experience some of that, and again, goes with the whole spookiness of this trip, so I'm here for it. So yeah, I'm going to sign this vlog off. I apologise for the random and sporadic clips from today, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please do like, comment, subscribe and share. It would be amazing. I really, really, really appreciate it. And in the next episode, it is the opening of HHN night. So make sure to check in the next episode. I hope you guys are all good, and I will see you very, very soon.